Do you want to know why Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are really headed to Nigeria? Let me give you a hint, it's a smokescreen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I delve into the latest royal happenings that have everyone talking. Let's dive into the madness because according to Nigerian officials, Meghan and Hassa will indeed be gracing Nigeria with their presence. This was the official announcement from the Defense Headquarters DHQ, expressing their honor and delight for the upcoming visit of His Royal Highness Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, to Nigeria in May 2024. Now, in a little comedic twist, they've managed to refer to Hassa as the Duke of Duchess not once, but twice in the official communication. It's absolutely hilarious. I covered it in yesterday's video titled Nigeria's Epic Troll. If you haven't watched it yet, you're missing out on a good laugh. Anyway, here's where my suspicions kick in. Could it be that their return to Nigeria, to Africa, as part of their pseudo-royal tour is merely a distraction, a way to flood the news with stories of their visit to cover up something else? Yep, it was announced that they were heading to Africa, specifically Nigeria, just a couple of days back on April 29th. However, about a week prior to that, there was another piece of news making headlines. Fresh allegations surfaced against Prince Harry's African charity, African Parks. Reports indicated that Prince Harry was facing increased pressure to consider stepping down from his involvement with African Parks due to a barrage of new accusations. Now, due to YouTube's content policies, I need to be careful with what I say here. But according to current and former staff members of African Parks, there have been claims of aggressive tactics employed by armed rangers to extract information from poachers. This surge in attention comes as Olivia Van Benham, an author, recently published a book containing these new allegations. Van Benham conducted interviews over a 3-year period as part of his investigation into African Parks, an organization funded by British aid, U.S. billionaires, and celebrities. The book, titled Entrepreneurs in the Wild, unveils the scope of these allegations. Published by Prometheus Amsterdam in Dutch, it offers detailed insights into the operations of African Parks. The author paints a damning picture of the organization's day-to-day activities, highlighting clashes with local communities and the deployment of controversial methods by rangers with the consent of African governments. The author, in his investigation, spoke with a former ranger named Foster Kalunga, who served in Zambia Park for 5 years until 2022. Kalunga alleges that he and his colleagues employed aggressive tactics known as kampala or the swing to extract information from suspected poachers. He described these methods as brutal, stating that they would tie up individuals, hang them on a stick between branches, and then spin them while applying aggressive pressure to extract confessions. Such tactics raise ethical concerns as they can lead to false confessions due to the intense physical and psychological pressure inflicted on individuals. Personally, I find such methods highly unethical and unacceptable. If these allegations are true and such methods have been used by African Parks, it would undoubtedly constitute human rights abuses. African Parks, however, has refuted these allegations, claiming that Kalunga was discharged for gross misconduct and denying knowledge of such methods. They assert their innocence, attributing the accusations to ignorance. Nevertheless, other staff members have come forward with similar allegations, suggesting that this aggressive approach was taught by instructors, many of whom were foreigners from countries like Israel, France, or South Africa. Another individual interviewed by the author, Etienne Kaliwa, who worked for a decade in Garamba National Park in the Democratic Republic of Congo, revealed a similar mindset among park staff. They were taught to perceive poachers as enemies to be neutralized, reflecting a militarized approach to conservation efforts. This perspective raises questions about African Park's stance toward poachers and the methods employed in protecting wildlife. The notion of viewing poachers as enemies to be neutralized is deeply troubling. In response to these revelations, African Parks has come forward, alleging that Kaliwa was dismissed for poaching a buffalo and a warthog while on duty. Essentially, whenever someone speaks out against African Parks, the organization attempts to discredit the source, tarnishing the credibility of these courageous whistleblowers. African Parks prides itself on adopting a business-like approach to conservation, which intrigued the author, prompting a closer examination of their methods and structures. It has been disclosed that the organization offers financial incentives, such as bonuses, for rangers involved in armed confrontations with poachers. While the charity acknowledges using bonuses to motivate its rangers, it raises concerns. If indeed true, this raises the alarming possibility that rangers may be instigating violent confrontations themselves to reap financial rewards, regardless of whether the individuals they engage are actual poachers or not. This is absolutely outrageous. Once again, Van Beeman, the author, has weighed in on his findings, stating, "My investigation reveals that African Parks is an opaque organization facing numerous human rights allegations, including physical abuse and non-consensual physical intimacy, yet it remains impervious to external criticism. I believe Prince Harry and other board members should scrutinize the organization's model, practices, and governance and reconsider their involvement." I wholeheartedly echo these sentiments and then some. However, what's truly alarming is the timing of these events. Just over a week ago, these damning allegations surfaced as a result of the courageous efforts of the author to delve into this matter. And now, barely a week later, what do we see? Harry and Meghan are making a return to Africa, purportedly for an official trip. Let's call it what it is, a fabricated royal tour. There's nothing official about it. Hooray. In my view, they're using this Nigerian visit to saturate the news cycle and divert attention from the real issue. They want to ensure that when you search for news about Harry and Meghan, all you see is their Nigeria trip, not the controversies surrounding them. Folks, whether you see it as an opinion or a conspiracy theory, let's talk about the true motive behind Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's journey to Nigeria. It's a distraction. Now, if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, and trust me, there will be more, be sure to subscribe and become part of our community. Let's aim for 1 million subscribers and that coveted gold play button, maybe even trigger a reaction from Meghan Markle herself on Instagram. Don't forget to like, share, and drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And if you have strong opinions about what I believe is the cover-up, and I'm sure you do, send me a super thanks below this video. It guarantees a response from me, and we can dive deeper into this conversation. Until next time, folks.